Hello, visionaries and change makers. Got a question for you. Are you ready to dive into the world of grants, but you're feeling a bit lost? You don't know what to start. You don't know what to do. You don't even know where to find the grants. Where's this money? Well, don't worry. You, my friend, are not alone. Welcome to Next Level Nonprofits. In this series, we're going to be talking about all things grant writing mastery. Today, we're going to be talking about getting grant ready. You know that they say that if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So we're going to be discovering all of the things that you need to know to stay ready. So when that wonderful grant opportunity comes, you are ready to go and you'll be completely unstoppable. So let's get right into it. All right, so today's roadmap will cover 6 essential steps for getting grant ready. Okay, here we go. Number 1, you want to begin with the cornerstone of your nonprofit. It's all about understanding your mission, which is knowing the heart and soul of your work isn't just inspiring, but it's crucial. So having mission guides will allow you to attract like-minded funders. So let's break that down for a little bit of what that actually means. That means making sure that your mission statement is effective and that it actually aligns with the potential grants. And remember this, grant reviewers review dozens and hundreds of grant writing applications. So you always want to think about the so what factor. So what? What does this mean for the funder from their perspective? Why should they care about your mission? Why should they care and be moved enough to fund your project and program? And that's all in your mission statement. You following me? Great. So let's move on to step number 2. So step number 2 involves actually organizing your documents. Imagine this. You find the right grant. It's wonderful. The deadline's a little tight, but you think you can pull it off. Now you realize, I'm scrambling to find all my documents and I don't know what to do. Well, knowing where your documents are by staying organized will allow you to make sure when that perfect grant opportunity comes along, you can quickly grab all of those things and say, hey, I got this, and this. Let's go. All right. This one's an anomaly that people don't really talk about. Step number 3 is making sure that you have a grant writing team. Grant writing is actually a sport because you got to communicate with your finance folks, you got to communicate with your program folks, and there's all of these different things that actually come together and making sure that you are grant ready. So making sure that you have a really great team is important. Here's the next part of it. You guys already know this, but I'm going to mention it anyway. Research, research, research. The perfect grant won't just fall into your lap. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But more than likely, you're going to have to search it out. So don't worry about it. Making sure that you have access to databases and understanding funding priorities and taking the time to actually do a mission match. You got to put on your little Nancy Drew hat or your Sherlock Holmes hat and start really searching out what that person, what that funder is actually looking for. Not only do you have to do it on that side, but you also have to be ready by providing stats and compelling information about your program, right? Right. So you got to have that information. Okay. Step number 5, you got to know your project or your program inside out. You know what you do, but remember, can you articulate it in a way that makes someone say, oh, I know what they're trying to do. So you want to make sure that you can really articulate your goals, your methods, and your outcomes so that it will resonate and land well with your funders. This is where your logic models and your theory of change documents will really, really help you shine. So, little side note, if you never heard about a logic model or theories of change, no worries. I've got a quick little video on that. You can find it in a little description area and get caught up to speed on that because this is all about getting you ready, right? And finally, step number 6, practice makes perfect. Writing a standout grant proposal is an art. It's a form and it takes practice, and maybe you'll get that first grant the first time you write it and maybe you won't. Now, here's a little tip. If you don't get that first grant, reach out to that funder and see if you can get some feedback so that you know what to do in the future. Now, also recognize that many of these organizations might be actually busy and they don't have time, so it's okay. And I know what you're thinking. This seems like a whole lot of work, and I don't know if I'm ready for it. That's okay. You don't have to rush to go and get a grant, all right? Give yourself time, right? It's okay. Do that research. Create your logic model. Make sure that you have your program information. Make sure you've identified who your ideal funders are. Understand their funding cycle. Do all of that work so that when you feel that you're ready to rip off that Band-Aid, you're going to feel so much better. I promise that. And just remember, you need preparation, persistence, and passion. Your work makes a difference. And securing that first grant is a big step in the right direction. You just got to be ready for it. So I hope that you found this video to be helpful. Remember, there's so much more in our Grant Writing Mastery series. So be sure to watch all of the videos. Want to know when they're coming out? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the little notifications button as well so you never missed anything. And so thank you so much for watching. But before I forget all of that, I always say this: sharing is caring. Make sure you share this with a friend. Make sure you tag it and you're like, I need to know this, I need to hear it again. Share it with your team. We talked about teams in this video, so be sure to do that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and if you got any questions about all things grants or anything related to nonprofit businesses, be sure to drop those comments in the chat. Have an amazing day. Your mission matters and the world is waiting. Take care. Bye.